Okay, we've got another shorter video. We'll see how much I talk. We're going to talk about skipping shortcuts and cash grabs, okay? The easy way out. It's a trap. And so in the world of controlling the controllable, we need to talk about controlling your desire for an easy path, because the easy path is a trap door. This is for parents and athletes, all right? So supplements. I mentioned Perfect Amino earlier. There are supplements that are useful. There's a lot of supplements that are absolute garbage. So for every Perfect Amino, there are supplements like branch chain amino acids, which only 1% of the amino acids are actually like utilized in your body to create protein. The rest of it is garbage. It's turned into sugar or fat, right? It's just trash. There's so much garbage out there. I mentioned the muscle milk, for instance. It's garbage. It made me fat. I got strong, but it made me fat because so much of it, only 36% of the protein in there was utilized to make for the building to transform into the building blocks to make protein in my body that my body could use to get strong. So I was getting strong, but I was also getting fat. It was hilarious and gross. There are things like nitrous oxide that they promise to like boost your dilate your blood vessels, and then like you got more pump, and that stuff is terrible for you. You'll get stronger, but you'll pay for it in other ways. Fancy equipment. There's a lot of stuff out there people say that you need. My dad bought me something called strength shoes. I think they're called strength shoes. They're basically like gym shoes, like basketball shoes, with a platform on them. So it was like about this high, and it was just around the ball of your feet. So you have this platform, and your heels are elevated. So like you're walking around and running around, and it's designed to like make you like stronger, like your calves stronger. They don't sell strength shoes anymore, and I bet it's because a lot of people got injured and they got sued, or people just stopped buying them because it was like, this is a great way to get hurt. There's a lot of like dumb things out there like that. Now there's a lot of great things. So behind me, over there, there, right over there is I got two devices. One is called a Beamer. It's basically a pulsed electromagnetic field technology. It's like an old technology, but like these guys came up with something that essentially you can use every day. And what it is like you lay on this thing, and it just kind of like pushes out electromagnetic energy on a certain wavelength through your body, which causes your blood vessels to like the micro blood vessel level. It causes them to pump more, right? So they kind of flex a little bit. Like the involuntary thing that already happens, it increases it, not without increasing your heart rate. There's no risk to you. There's no risk of like getting, having a heart attack or cardiac arrest or whatever, but it causes your blood to flow faster. Now, why is that important? Because your blood is the delivery system for nutrition. Your blood is the pathway for getting rid of toxins and junk that's in your body. It's what your body uses to deploy defenses when you get sick. So you're talking about recovering faster from injuries, from your workouts, from sicknesses, things like that. You're talking about having more energy to like do more working out, studying, reading, focus, all that stuff. This thing is magic. So parents, highly recommend this thing. It's expensive. So that's fancy equipment. You don't need it, but like if you have the money for it and you're interested, then like there's some things that make sense. Another thing I have is it's called a shift wave, and it is a neurological training device. It's a nervous system training device. It's got like these like massive these nodes in the chair, where it vibrates you at all these different positions. You've got like audio, like different sounds. They're like coaching you through breath work. You got your eyes like covered, and you're just kind of immersed in this space. And there's sometimes you're in there and it feels like you're floating, and it helps you to just like calm yourself down. There's ways this thing can literally help you sleep better. It can help you get more energy during the day. It can help you down regulate when you're not in a good mood, when someone's really getting on your nerves, like parents. I'm telling you this, your kids getting on your nerves, nothing like going in another room, sitting on this, laying down on this thing for 8 minutes and then coming out like, okay, you know what? I don't feel like choking this kid again right now. Awesome. I would never choke my children. I know you wouldn't either, but you know, people have thoughts. This thing will help with your thoughts, help you just train your nervous system. So those things are great, but a lot of the equipment out there is garbage and unnecessary. And then, you know, the shortcuts, again, travel teams, as far as I'm concerned, they're a shortcut. Now, if you're an elite athlete and they're paying for you to go, if you're truly elite and they're paying for you to go, go. But if they're an elite athlete, they're paying for you to go, and then they're also telling you, well, we need you for the off season, like nah. No way. Don't waste your time. And then trainers. That's just another cash grab, right? It's a cash grab. It's not a shortcut. And I guess the travel team isn't necessarily a shortcut, but it's you know, it is kind of a shortcut because you're like, I think I'm going to get to where I want to go faster if I do more. And, you know, the problem is more is not always more. Sometimes more equals less. And with the trainers, more can be more, but in a world where trainers cost a lot of money, you can do more with less. And we talked about that earlier, ChatGPT. So, one thing, just had to check my notes over here. One exception that I think just jumps out, and I mentioned this to y'all before, is large group training. So that thing I did back in high school with my entire team during the summer, the Adams course, we were all transformed together. We weren't wasting time during the summer. We were like honing our bodies, our minds, our camaraderie, and it made us so much better. We came together in a way that honestly just wouldn't have been possible without it. So if you're talking about training in like groups with like people you know, people that are your brothers, literal brothers, or your football brothers, you know, I say go for that. If it's summer's coming up, and you can do something like that where you got like 4 dudes, and y'all are all working together, might be worth it. So not everything is bad. There's value in all these things, but from the standpoint of we're trying to like get you from bench warmer to baller on a budget, I'm just making sure you know that is not necessarily necessary. Okay, we're done here.